What is up, TBC? It's your boy, Tough Builds, coming back at you guys with yet another video. Welcome back to all my new subscribers and to you. Thank you guys for at least smashing that subscribe button, showing me some support by also watching my videos. Before I go ahead and start this video for you guys, I do want to actually take the time to let you guys know that my video uploads are going to be changing from Mondays to Fridays. I noticed a lot more people actually watch my videos on a Friday morning than a person would wake up on a Monday morning. Monday mornings are kind of rough for us, you know, we're trying to get back into the action of going back to work and which not. Fridays are usually when we're about to get ready to calm down, so let's go ahead and watch some YouTube videos. Let's go ahead and chill down. I got some news, so I'll tell you guys as soon as the video clip is over, so wait. Don't click off. Watch the whole entire video, and I'll see you guys in the end. Today guys, I'm actually going to be teaching you guys how to change out your upper control arm. I do recommend you guys going right after you're done to go make sure that your alignment is not thrown off after you are done. First things first, you always want to make sure you pull off the tire where the side you're going to be actually working on. Yes, I know, if you can't get the lugs off, you're going to have to wait until tomorrow. Once you are done taking off your tire and you finally figure out what the hell is going on with your lug nuts, trust me, I know sometimes they can be torqued down to 200 pounds. That is unacceptable, guys. It does not need to be torqued down to 200 pounds on a frickin' tire, okay? 130 is just fine. You guys are looking at this yellow tie right here, which I created. And it's pretty easy to do when you are taking out your upper control arm. You definitely want to tie it down so that way it doesn't just fall forward and then you'll bust a brake line or something like that. You don't want to do that. So I know my face is pretty dark, but you're not watching my face right now. You're basically just watching the tie off. I want to show you guys the part right here where your rotor pretty much sits on. You want to get that guy, that whole arm right there, tied down to your shock, just like that. So when you take off the upper control arm, which if you guys already see, I already pulled the nut, and I pulled the nut up here as well, but I'm going to show you guys that right now. You guys pretty much already know that there is one nut underneath there. You need to make sure that one is pulled ordinary for you to knock it out of the socket that it is actually in right now. You have another socket right here, which is the same. I'm going to give you guys the socket size in just a minute. You guys want to make sure you pull this one out, and there's also one way back here, which I went ahead and took off this little brake booster right here, and I'm also going to be taking off the bar that sits right here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I already took out the screws. There is really easy to take this out. You just pop that guy, and I just fried my bulb, ladies and gentlemen. I think I just fried it. Okay, there we go. It's back on. So right here, you're going to notice that this is your PCM, your computer, which you want to be really careful with, okay? Don't mess this up because then you'll be really screwed. You have to go out and look for another, pretty much a new PCM. So there's two screws that hold it right here. There's also another two on the other side that hold that side completely down. Then you're going to have some retainer clips, which you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 retainer clips. You want to pull those up so you can lift up this black part right here and pull up this bar, which is your roll bar, another roll bar, one on top, one on bottom. You guys ready to get the point. So go ahead and take out this roll bar completely. You don't need it in your way. You got to make sure you get enough room to reach down in there. This guy right here just comes off right off this little part right here. Just slides right up. Just slide it up. Get it out of the way. You want to make sure that you have enough room to get to each side. So make sure you pay attention to that. I'm going to go ahead and get this bar out of here, guys. My phone is about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and charge it real quick so I can keep telling you guys what to do and how to do. Once you guys are finally done doing all of that, getting your bolts off, you know, making sure you get them all. Remember, there's 4 there, and then you got to take off this black piece, which I'm about to show you right now. So this little black piece right here, you want to make sure you take off. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that on the floor. Then you're going to come across, and you're going to see this guy. You don't need to take off if you have an aftermarket alarm system. Don't worry about taking off those little horns over there. You're just going to make it enough room so you can pull this out right here. The other side is going to be a little bit more difficult, which I'm going to actually show you guys that in about a few minutes. But right now we're going to be focusing on just taking this part out for right now. And then you're going to be able to have access to the bolt that's actually sitting down below. You actually have a lot more room now, so you should be able to fit your wrench down here. This one should be 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and go in, find that nut. You have to keep in mind there's a lot of cords, tubes, and a whole bunch of other stuff that is down in this part where you're actually going into. So, gotta keep that in mind. For your top bolts, for your upper control arms, which are up here, these are gonna be torqued down to 55 feet-pounds of torque. And you're gonna wanna do that with the car lowered. So make sure you don't put these on yet, because that can cause premature wear on all your ball joints and stuff like that. So you definitely don't want that happening. You want to make sure that you get the job done right. The one on the bottom, the nut that sits on the bottom of your control arm, that one is supposed to be 35 foot-pounds of torque with a 30-degree angle. If you have one of those wrenches, cool, whatever. If you don't, then just eyeball it. 30 is not. Alright guys, so pretty much at this point, you're going to be looking right at your whole assembly right now. This part right here can be a little bit hard, it can be a little bit rough, but don't get frustrated, take your time. Sometimes it doesn't come out in the first whack, the second whack, the 50th whack. Sometimes you just gotta keep whacking it. So what I did is I went ahead and picked up this fork right here that you guys are actually seeing that is sticking out right now. It's actually hammered in there. You only want to do this only if you are changing the upper control arm and you're not just trying to break it out. You don't want to use this if you're not taking out your upper control arm, because you can break and rupture the ball joint that sits on the top of this guy. So, with that being said, I am doing the whole entire joint. So, you know, it can come out. So basically, that's all you're going to do. This is going to get loud, just warning you. You're just going to go ahead and just hit it. There you go. You just have to keep hitting it until it releases. Just keep whacking it. When it's done, it will release. I thought it was never going to release, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. You're going to come in here. For some people with stock shocks, it's not going to probably be that hard for you. People like me, on the other hand, you ain't got much room to get your bolt out. So what we got to do now is we got to figure out a way how to take these bolts out. Because the bolts, they got to come out. Ordinary for you to release the arm. And the arm is very, very important. And like I said, you want to have it tied down so it doesn't come rupturing this way. You don't want to do that. It will pull your ABS sensor out. It will pull your hose and a whole bunch of other stuff. And you have to think of it as in a good way. This weighs a lot. So you don't want this coming straight down, especially not on your balls, if you know what I mean. So, with that being said, you're going to go up here, you're going to push the screw through. Now I noticed with some of these cars though, they have this little, kind of like a holder. So it might get stuck, it might not. It all depends on how you're doing it. Mine, on the other hand, it feels like I'm going to have to unloosen my strut. So it's this bracket right here that's going to get stuck onto your coils. So that's what I'm having troubles with right now. You can actually see it's kind of stuck on my coil. So I might have to take out my coils. I really don't want to, but if I can figure a way how to get it out without redoing my coil like that, then that'll be dope. But it is what it is if I have to. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to take these bolts out, and then I'm going to come back when they are out and I'm going to explain to you guys how I did get it out. So basically how I got it out is I just kept wiggling it out. You see that little hanger right here? You want to do that facing towards the motor. So if it's like this, you want that to be facing that way pretty much. And then you're just going to keep wiggling it, and wiggling it, taking it out, and eventually she'll come out. Don't give up hope. Don't give up your strut. But to make it easier, you can take off this strut right here. It doesn't need to be on. These idiots lowered this car and didn't even change out any of this stuff, so all of it is bad. I'm glad that I'm changing it all out now. What you do is you take a floor jack right here. You support this guy, pull it up, go on the top, unloosen the bolts, bring this guy down very, very, very slow. Don't pull it all the way down. You just want it enough until you can get your strut out. And once you get your strut out, that's it. That's all you need it. Keep the floor jack underneath it because you're not going to have anything else there to support this thing. So just keep that in mind. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fight with the other side now and try to get that side out so I can go ahead and bring this guy out and put the new one in. Now we finally got it out. So basically what I had to do for the other side, guys, is I had to jack it up enough to where the spring will compress, and then I was able to pop the other side out. The other side's a little bit more stubborn than the other side. You don't have really much room. Anyways, here is the old one. And if you guys can tell, I can move this ball joint. This ball joint is 100% goners. Just gone. There is no more ball joint in that ball joint. If that makes any sense. Okay, so that is the old one. Here's one of the new ones. I don't know if this is going to be the driver's side or the passenger side. I haven't really took a chance to look at that yet. But I'm going to show you the difference between OEM and ones that you need when you lower a car. Let's put these guys side by side. Okay, so now you guys can already see this. Okay, you see how the ball joint is on this side? Ball joint is on that side. So this right here is actually the driver's side. So you have to make sure that they match completely up. Don't just put it in because you'll mess it up. It won't even fit anyways. The fitment won't be right. So this one is garbage. You see how I can't move that ball joint? Like, I'm putting force into it, guys, and I can't do it. But this one, I can just put my finger on it, and it'll move it like a joystick. That one you can't move like a joystick. So, yeah, these are time to go away. So here we are, guys, on day 2. Welcome back. I had a really good rest. It actually gave me a little bit more time to get my strength back and start getting to know what the hell am I doing. You don't want to mess up like I did. I was hungry. I went out to go get some lunch, and then I looked at what I did before I went to go eat, and I can't believe I done this. I don't know what I was thinking when I done this. Anyways, this bolt right here that holds your whole strut on, don't take it off. Leave it on. Don't touch it. This will hurt, and it will fire back at you like it did to me. And I tell you what, it hurt my finger really, really bad. So don't do what I just did. The only one that you need to really take off is the holder. The holder arm, which is right here, which I'm pretty sure mine needs to be replaced. It's making noise too, so I'm pretty sure that one's busted. So I finally got the control arm back out because I had to compress the spring ordinary for me to actually get that bottom part back on again, which I'm finally glad. I'm happy I done that, and I did it just right. Thank God it is done. So now I got these guys loose. They're off. I uncompressed it, so it's free. When I drop this jack down, this right here, the coils will move around, which will allow me to get some more space so I can actually get in there and put the bolts back in like I need to do. The bolts are not really that hard to do, so if you're frustrated and you can't figure it out, dropping your strut is going to be the only way you're going to be able to get those bolts in, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you have a bolt that looks just like this one, it's the only way. You have to drop the strut. And especially if you're on lowering springs like I am. Lowering springs are a lot fatter than factory stock coils. They're huge. So you're not going to be able to get this guy in there without taking this guy off. At least out, you know. Like move it forward so you can get underneath there and just pop these in. You can go ahead and push that right back in again. You don't need to mess with it anymore. I'm also going to be changing out the lower as well. Well, I'm going to try to change out the lower. So stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to be taking the bolt out of that and taking it off of this one. I do have them. They're over there. Both of those are going to better handling for your steering. I've been feeling a lot of movement, and now that I know the reason why I've been feeling that movement is, you know, like I was showing you guys before, that this ball joint right here it's fried. It's guy. This one, I can't even move it with my finger. It's stiff. That's how you want it to be. You don't want the ball joint to be moving. That's not a good ball joint. That means that one is just trash. The ones that you get from O'Reilly's are actually really, really good control arms. They're built more beefier, so I think they're going to handle the road a lot more better. And they weigh a ton, which sucks because, you know, the more weight you put on a car, the slower it gets. I know, it sucks, but at least I know that these guys are going to be a lot more proficient at, you know, what they're doing. So they're going to be way better than these crappy ones over here. So my job now is to drop this jack, lower this, push that back out, put the little freaking chingalas that I took out again that I had to take out, put those back in, take those compressors off, and go ahead and put the big upper control arm back on so I can start getting started on the lower. If I want to get started on the lower, I haven't really decided yet. I only have tonight. Tomorrow I got to take it to go get the alignment done. I also have to take back these spring compressors as well because they're not mine. I need to get rid of them, take them back. And I can tell there's some pressure on here still, so I'm going to release that, get that on. Without further ado, guys, I'm pretty sure I explained as much as I could so that way you guys can understand how to do it. Just make sure you don't mess up like I did, and if you are at this point where you did mess up like I did, get some spring compressors, especially if you already have these guys out already. Just take them back out, tie it to your shock, just tie it to the spring, your arm to the spring, take those out, take this one back out, take that off. So that was pretty much stressful, guys. I finally got it all put back together again. Really, really easy job if you do it right the first time. If you do it right, it should only be about a 2-hour job on both sides. Not bad at all. So basically what you have to do is what I'm going to explain to you on the other side when I get over there. So if you guys were confused about the first clip, I can understand. I was confused, but I will pretty much get you guys not confused on the other side. I'll help you guys out a little bit more. It's really plain and simple. I already torqued down this guy already, torqued down that one over here. I torqued down also the bottom of the strut as well. Now we put the car down, so now we have to get these torqued back, and we also have to get the sides torqued back, which I believe it's 55 pounds, foot-pounds for the two sides, but I don't see you ever getting a ratchet in there. So just get it tight enough with your hands and with a wrench if you guys have one. I actually just threw mine in a box because I thought I was done, but I'm really not. So I got ahead of myself. But if you guys have a wrench, you guys can go ahead and use it. It's this guy right here. So pretty much the 3/4 is pretty much what's going to be, or 1/2 inch, whatever you call these things nowadays. I just use them. But anyways, guys, so this is the tool right here. Really, that's all you need to use for almost all your work right here. This guy actually made it through the whole entire day. It's an O'Reilly's too, and listen to that. She can handle torque. So I'm glad that that never broke. Now I'm going to go ahead and get these torqued down, go back on the top, torque down those bolts, so 50 for each side, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to torque it down as hard as I can with this guy, and then move on to the struts. Get the struts torqued down completely. Remember, premature rare if you don't do it right. Sorry, my nose is all clogged up again. Like always, Arizona, you gotta love it. But, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this done, and then we'll come back tomorrow, or another day when I have to do the other side. I took it in for an alignment, guys. Bad news is that this car is very, very bad. So let's take a look at what the results were. 11.5, horrible. Toe, 43, toe, 18. Then you have caster at 8.9. And then you also have camber at 1.7. Back rear tire, negative 3.3. Steering ahead, 0.30. What the living hell? What the hell? So basically, guys, I need to figure out why we are getting such bad luck with this car these past few months. What the hell has been going on with it? I need to figure this all out. She is up for sale, so I do not want to sell a car that has negative ratings on steering. It's going to cost a new owner a freaking horrible penny. Even though when I bought this car, I already put $3 grand into it, and I'm only selling it for $2 grand. What else can I do? The Dodge will be long gone. I know there's a lot of Dodge fans out there, and if you are subscribed to me because of this Dodge, I do apologize very, very well. And merch is coming. New merch. Better merch. I'm making designs right now, guys. If you guys have any suggestions of what you guys want me to put on the next merch, make sure you guys go ahead and drop that down in the comment section down below. But without further ado, I'm done talking. We need to hurry up and get busy. I need to get these lowers out on both sides, and I also have one upper still for the driver's side, so I need to get all of this done before bed. I have 4 hours. Let's knock it. I hope you guys did like that video. That is gonna be, sadly guys, the last one you're gonna see of the 2006 Dodge Magnum. Let's go ahead and get ready to explain what actually I did and for the reason why I did it. Guys, the Magnum is gone. I actually sold her about 4 days ago. You guys will probably be seeing this on Friday, so that compare that from between 8 days ago for you guys that are actually watching this video right now. All my videos are pretty much pre-recorded already, ready to go out. I just haven't been able to actually slide a video out in the last 2 weeks, so I definitely want to get this one out for you guys so you guys had something to watch. The whole reason why I decided to go ahead and let go of the Magnum was, one, I put a lot of money into it. A lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of stress. I really wanted to go ahead and continue doing the build and continue, you know, upgrading the front bumper, the rear bumper, getting some of the other stuff done, such as suspension, getting all of that pretty much to the maximum, because it would have definitely been worth a lot more money if I would have at least put more time into it, when I really just put a lot of time in the motor and not enough into the body. I sold it to a young couple, is what I hope they were. I hope they were a couple. I hope they were not brother and sister. I sold it to them. The whole reason is because I had one buyer that was really, really, really interested in it, and it sucked because my boss wouldn't let me go off and sign the paper, but that's totally cool. It happens, you know. I'm at work. I'm supposed to be working anyways, not signing papers off. I did actually sell it for $1,600. Like I told you guys, I knew I wasn't gonna get enough out of it. Like not $2 grand. Not what I spent on it. Probably. Well, let's look at it this way, okay, guys. I put $2,000 into that car. Turned around, upgraded a whole bunch of stuff, which the timing belt alone cost me almost $1,400. So the timing belt alone was a lot of money. And then you have the alternator, serpentine belt, the map sensor, the crankshaft position sensor, and then you also had a couple of other things like the spark plugs. I had to change out them twice. I also changed out 2 ignition boots that were very severely damaged and they just needed to be replaced. I did a lot. EGR valve was another one. So if you actually think about it, I put a lot of money into that car with belts and boots and even tubes. I even had to replace those as well. So there was quite a lot of things that needed it. It actually ran 100 times better than when I had it the first time, when I actually first bought it actually. So I'm really excited for the people that actually picked it up, and I hope that they are having fun with it, and maybe they're probably running into some problems, yeah, because it's a Chrysler engine, but have some patience. It will take time to get used to it. But other than that, guys, I do have a new one right now. If you guys want to know the new car, well, stay tuned. It's going to be coming out, guys, next Friday. So if you're not yet subscribed, you guys know what to do. If you are not subscribed yet, make sure you guys go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell on the side. Show some fan love by sharing this video right here, right now, right today, with your cat, your mouse, your bird, your plane. I don't care. Just share this video. Let's get it out there, folks. Give this video a big thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. It helps support me, and it gets me up to the recommended. And don't forget to leave a comment down in the section down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this video and what you guys think the new car is. Any ideas? He knows. I know. But do you know? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. New merch will be coming soon. I'm actually working on a new jacket. So, make sure you guys keep your eyes open for that as well. I love you all. Thank you for smashing that subscribe button and showing me the very best of your guys' hearts. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next banger.